Hello everybody, my name is Merc, we're back. Blueprints, day 24. What did we accomplish yesterday? I think we got a freezer at the end of the run, if I remember correctly. So we should have a couple gems and like $30 or something like that. We made the lab rarer, but supposedly we should be able to connect to the lab via security or the office, which makes those rooms even more valuable than they already were. I don't think there's a reason to go to the grotto every time, right? What was in there? There was a weird note. There was a weird item. And also we started with a secret garden key and vault key. And you know what? I am huge into both of these. I am ecstatic. Let's burn these steps just to like learn a little bit more, because this is the very first time we've got the grotto. But it does seem like they don't want you necessarily visiting all these rooms. Like the mines you don't have to visit. The question is, what do you do with this? So if you really want this, you have to waste a couple steps. And this doesn't do anything because this is just like an admin thing. Yeah, there's probably nothing. Yeah, that's just like game data. Okay. Sorry, I haven't played this in a few hours. I went offline for a little bit, took a nap, made some dinner, ate some dinner, did some dishes, among other things. So I was thinking about the game for a little bit, for sure, especially after I stopped playing. I immediately was back into the group chat. So we shall see what we see. I didn't even go to the other room. I'm so silly. Speaking of wasted steps. Listen, okay. I cannot blame this yet, but I will preface this video by saying I'm drinking a rum and coke. Oh my god. A rum and coke. I'm not so $57 with the shrine. Okay, I think we have tested 7 before. I want to say 7 was Courtyard Blessing, and it gave us the win. I just want to see... I'm thinking, because I was going to say let's go 17, but what if we get the bookstore? I'd actually much rather have the book, guaranteed. What if we just like give him $2? I think I'd be pretty upset with that. But I'm curious. Blessing of the Dancer. While drafting, you may pay to spin rooms. That's sick. It's for 3 days. Seems good enough to me. Alright, this time let's actually enter the house. We only burned through 12 steps getting in here. A media corridor is not too appealing. Don't necessarily want to rotate the floor plan either. Don't necessarily want to kill the door either. This door is going to be unlocked no matter what we pick. Let's go parlor. But then let's just check out the rest of the rooms. I'm okay with hallway here. I saw these drawings. I did solve this puzzle off camera at the end of the last stream, like, or last video. It spells out, if we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. And one of the things I was talking with my buddies in the group chat is he suggested we share notes on the safes in particular, especially now that I cracked that. Because since it references the safes there, he was under suspicion that they were related. And then I have woken up from my nap and etc. and seen that he has cracked, I think, all the safes that he's found as a result of our piecing some things together. And by that I mean we were just kind of comparing notes. I will expand further if we find relevant rooms, but for now let's do some math. 3 times 10 is 30, of course. Minus 20 is 10. Sorry, I'm Again, always out of it. 16 divided by 2 is 8 times 1, or minus 1 is 7. It's minus. Where are you at? 28 divided by 14 is 2 times 12 is 24. Minus 5 is 19. EZPZ, give me that key card. Alright, so I was wondering if maybe you might get key cards if you already have keys, but in this situation, we did not have keys. I'm gonna take guest bedroom because we have many doors. We did get a gem for our efforts. I was gonna say also, there is likely items inside bedrooms. I forgot to donate money into the fountain again because I don't think of that ever, evidently. Do we do another dead end here? I'm okay with that. We can finally get the keys we've been looking for, finally get rid of the storeroom. It's a nice influx of keys in particular. But the thing is, because it's the influx of keys in particular, it means that, we don't necessarily value it early. So this is not great. Even if we were to rotate, doesn't necessarily appeal as much. Just take the bedroom. I suppose. We didn't go into... I mean, this is a free room. I always forget. You know what? Because this is a free room, I don't think they spawn items as likely in this one as the other ones. We also didn't go into this parlor for the gems. Only one box is true. The black box contains the gems. The blue box contains the gems. If the black box contains the gems, the statement's true. The statement's false. Only one box is true. So this has to be false as well. So that means this has to be true, which doesn't make sense. If the blue box contains... this is true. None of these boxes can be true. This has to be false. If this is false, the black box contains the gems. Blue box contains the gems. I don't think we can glean anything from that. This has to be true. Only one box is true. The black box contains the gems. The blue box contains the gems. Let's go back to if these are false. If this is false, black box contains the gems. That means it doesn't have the gems. And then only one box is true. Which is correct because the blue box doesn't have the gems. This would have to be false. That adds up. If black box is false, which we just did the math on, blue box does not contain the gems. Only one box is true. The black box does not contain the gems. So that can't be it either. So it has to be this is true. Wait. These two are true. And this one is false, which would mean that the blue box does not contain the gems. Only one box is true. Wait, no, they both can't be true. What am I going? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. The black box contains the gems. Maybe this drink, maybe I had a little too much of this drink already. The black box contains the gems is false. Then we don't have enough information. If only one box is true, it would have to be this box. Which means the black box doesn't contain the gems and the blue box doesn't contain the gems, which means it's in the white box. That's the only thing we can go on with this whole exercise. I'm throwing in the towel, and I think that's the best logic we've had. It has to be in the white box. Okay, whew. Only one box is true. Wow, I was spinning my wheels a little bit there. Now what do we do here? This is tricky. I'm so scared of this being dead ends. I guess we do have a dancer plan. I guess we could just go hallway or passageway. We have so many gems. This seems okay to me. It's 2 doors. 2 more doors, I guess I should say. Take the den. Get a dead end here. We could go breaker, utility closet. This doesn't accomplish that much for us. I actually wish we could turn this down. If I had the wrench, I'd definitely do that. Probably don't want to spend the gem on this. Especially because it doesn't give us the drafting benefit. So I think we take breaker box, get it out of the pool. And I guess we might as well step in. I don't know what the garage darkroom stuff does, but... And then if we find security, we can do the old... Turn that stuff offline. Shenanigans. We have so much money right now that the chapel doesn't seem to really matter. I mean, I guess in the same sense, the passageway gives us a door over there anyway. We will see what this is. There is a gem. I'm like thinking, do we want to go in there or not? This might be not a terrible garage. Oh my god, a workshop. The problem is though, I mean, it's not really a problem. I think we should take the workshop because it's just a better hallway at the end of the day. And if we can turn this into a more common room with the wrench, that'd be insane. What's on the table? We can't see. What do we have? The letter is D. I don't know what this is supposed to imply. Oh, is that just the letter of the... Oh, it's the letter of the drawing. Okay, so at least the D... At least we know about the D now. Or rather, the stone writing. Really, that's all we have? I guess everything else is keys. It's interesting that the key card is an option. Okay, this is kind of what I was thinking. I was like, let's keep going until we either dead end or find garage. I don't necessarily want garage, I'll be real. I don't think it's necessarily bad. And actually we have front door access now. One, two, three, four. 1, 2. I'm wondering, is it faster to just go, or it's not faster, but if it saves steps to go out through the front door? And conveniently, I think it does not. To go to the passageway, I think it's about the same number of steps. But that is interesting. I would love to see security. It's our last door. We just take library, right? Let's do some reading. Why not? Get a coupon book. It is a book. Find in the library. All right, so realm and rune sigils of the past and present. We're gonna get some real lore. All right. Well, we'll see, because we already had this book. So I may delete the old copy of stuff that we have, but I'll do that on my own time. But I'm gonna compare it to what I have. And I found it. Okay, so Foreman's copies, where it says right here on the inside, the past and present. This first page has been torn a little bit. Actually, I didn't even save this first page because it just seemed pretty basic, but I'll read through it again. When the scholars of the first era found any things hit either of a natural source or resulting from the creations of man, they were accustomed to record these in various signs with the aid of figures. They did this in order that the sigils of the realm might not be understood by strangers. Okay, so that's what we didn't have last time. Okay, so we know the rest of this, though. The iconography of the realm's royal art. Okay, so we know about all this. We know about this first page. We did not get all the names of the countries here, but some example cores taken from well-known sigils. It's interesting. Arinda Ares and Fen Ares exist at the same time. What does that mean? As well as Araja, Arc Ares, and Kororika. Now, what's also interesting about Kororika is that it's the farthest nation. So it's weird that they gave these as examples, but I guess it is examples, not a exhaustive list, because we're missing Nuance, as well as Morajai and Vera. Okay, let's go back to my other notes. The rays. I'll just read this because we're missing like a chunk of the page here, like they were missing half of it almost. Spreading forth from the core will come several dividing lines, splitting the sigil into pieces. From one sigil to another, the rays will often differ in number, style, and form. Studying the differences in these lines will immediately reveal several things about the realm. And then this page was like cut off a lot. We saw Tra, and then TH, and then it like cut off down here. So cutting the number of dividing lines in a sigil will reveal to us what method of transportation was prevalent in a realm. Were they a seaside kingdom that relied on ships, or a desert domain that might have employed camels to cross the sandy expanse of their lands? I did not realize this. This is big, important information that we've been missing. And it makes sense that they were hiding it, because this whole page is gone, basically. And I did know Vera people travel on Turtleback, so this is big info here. I'm gonna save this page, as well as this page. And let's read through it. So if it's like a full sun with 8 rays, naval capabilities, ship routes, seaports, the 8 rays on these sigils represent the directions of a compass rose. I want to see in comparison to what we had here. I'm going to maximize my Discord notes. Oh, it does say 8 rays. So we could have maybe picked that up, but we would not have seen 4 rays here. Roads, streets, carriages, the 4 rays here look like a crossroad on a map. Horseback, rough trails, another sigil that uses 4 rays. However, they will always be configured to suggest a horse galloping. Okay, I was suggesting maybe it was like a sun on the horizon, and you're going down the road towards it, but it makes sense that it's a horse. Train system locomotion. The 3 rays here are used for sigils in realms that rely on track-based travel. Aviation, dirigibles, balloons. The 5 rays here suggest travel above the horizon, which is funny because I mentioned that over here. Camels, pack mules, arid or desert trails, 2 rays to indicate a flat terrain. Turtleback travel, 5 short rays that do not fully extend from the core to the border. Okay. And again, I think this is Vera. I want to say this is Araja. This is Nuance. Morajai is naval capabilities. So then maybe this is Korakara or whatever it's called. What is it called? Kororika. Or horseback could be Kororika. But train system I think is Arinda Ares. Okay, next page. This whole page was missing, this weather intro, but this whole page was here. That's what I was dealing with last time we were in the sanctum. Identifying the style of the ray used in the sigil will show us what weather the kingdom considered native. Some are intuitive, like the jagged lightning-shaped lines to indicate stormy lands. Yeah, I figured that much, eh? Straight black lines indicate a lack of unusual or harsh weather and normal temperatures. Foggy or misty weather is indicated when the ray has several horizontal slashes across one side. That's interesting because we did know about foggy. It was written at the back of the Foreman's book that Fen Ares is a foggy land. Moats. We did have all of this information, I believe, except for the very top right where it says militaristic nation engaging in generation-spanning wars and heated arguments. I'm going to save this page just because I'm going to try to delete all the other pages just to like make the notes a little cleaner. And then again, this top left corner was cut off, but it doesn't actually matter because all it cut off was chapter 4, the border. And then putting it all together. And then we're missing the final page. Fen Ares, the Grand Realm. Transportation, road carriage. Weather foggy. Society, militaristic, banner red. Okay. Okay. And then there's nothing else here. This is it. Okay, so I didn't expect a whole lot here. And we didn't learn a whole lot, but we did learn about the rays. That's the one thing we didn't quite realize. And it's one thing that I don't know how it gets affected in the basement, in the sanctum. So maybe in time we can learn about that. I'm pretty happy with how that went down, all things considered. I'm gonna delete these pages. I guess I could have done that in my own time, but it's fine. We're done. All right. Onwards. This is rough. We have to rotate. We could take commissary. I think we have so much money we take commissary. Seems ill-advised not to. And we get basically some of the best items in the game as a result, while with a coupon book. So I'm pretty pleased with that. $32 left over. Might be able to make something happen with that too. We need the doors. Do we want the chapel is the question. Could also rotate the hallway. We've already used the hallway today, so there's 2 more in the deck. I'm okay with not going north. Kind of sucks that we're going to lose money going back and forth in the commissary. I mean, we don't have anything in the commissary, but we will lose money going back and forth to the workshop if we go back. What if we rotate hallway? I mean, it's wasting a gem, I feels like. We have so much money. Let's just pay the tax. And theoretically, we can... What special key do we have? Oh, secret garden. True. We have 5 keys, so... Question is, do we do have workshop? Oh yeah, and we take hallway closet. It's a key. We got our key back for running shoes in a dead end room out of the pool. Not ideal. And also we lost another money doing that. What we're looking for now is magnifying glass. I don't think we should go back to the workshop just yet, but we need to keep it in mind. We could do drawing room here. Drawing room's not bad. I kind of regret taking Mechanarium. I guess actually we'll have 3 doors with it. Has 1 door for each gear in your house. This counts as a door. Then there's the workshop, it's 2. Utility closets, 3. Question is where the door is gonna be. Let's try it. We've never got this room before. This is the first time we can maybe make something happen with it. There's nothing even in here. It's because we found this blueprint like underground or something, so that's fine though. I think we're okay. In fact, this seems pretty good. Let's go reading nook. Grab that key. Because we're starting to spend them. Get the library. Once again. Although, we don't have any more books now, right? I guess we'd be hoping for a bookstore. We could just take the dice. My problem is if we go to the library, we're not going to have anything to rent out, right? Yeah, I think we're at the point where we're kind of done with that. That said, that's just going to be a future problem too, so we might as well get it out of the way. The rerolls are nice. I mean, less common floor plans while drafting in the library. Even if it's not bookshop, it could be something else. So yeah, we have everything else. I just keep forgetting to read about the Curse of Blackbridge. Okay. What is? Where is this? What is going on here? Oh, right there. I guess next time we go to the library, I will read that book. I mean, trading 5 gems for 8's okay. We have keys. We don't necessarily want the mail room. We don't want the trophy room necessarily either. How far are we from everything else? We're still missing 14 rooms, 21 dartboards, 19 parlors. Oh, because we had an extra dartboard one day. 3 contraptions. Win the drafting strategy sweepstakes, which means you have to have 20 dead ends, which sounds impossible. Unlock all 8 realm sigils, which we've opened 2 of them, but not unlocked them. Solve the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. Reach room 46 in dare mode, curse mode. I knew we saw dare mode somewhere. In one day, in under an hour. Buy out the entire showroom, ace the classroom final exam, complete the trophy case. Well. Need big doors here. We didn't actually take that drawing room, we can take it now. Magnifying glass? Let's go dead end first. Potential. Security. Do we want security? We could redraw. Maybe a mistake. We have a lot of food. We'll know what we want to draft for future. Or sorry, we have a lot of money, I should say. We'll get kitchen. We could get bacon and eggs too. It's been a while. Oh, we actually do have the trophy room. If we're gonna get anything, let's get bacon and eggs. Oh, we do have... crazy coupon. 1 for 4. Take greenhouse. So we have a chance to maybe win here. Maybe you can destroy this wall too, but what does that mean? Does that mean it's like an extra door permanently? If so, that's actually kind of big. Because the only other rooms that look like that have that texture I'm already suspicious of. Oh yeah, there's this thing. Always forget about the watering can. You can water yourself right away. Like this is a Simon-shaped hole right here. I feel like I need to be crafting something. I'm missing something to craft. And I don't know what. Alright, what can we draft in here? We rotate and go pantry. Actually, we could rotate and go courtyard. Depends what this rotate looks like. That is kind of the ideal rotate. We do have key card, right? Yeah. Always forget about the dang watering can. I don't know how it procs. It seems to proc when you're in like the doorway. See? Kind of need this in another direction. This is okay. Probably a hole to the left. Let's check this door first. We could go get the food right now too, which is not bad. In fact, let's do this. Oh, we didn't pop the trunk. Couple of keys. Yes, please. This counts as a green room, I always forget. Hope that counted. I kind of cut it off. Now our dinner's ready. Dang it. Don't like when these rooms are like this, that you can only access the doors from like particular paths. This in the boiler room being the examples I'm thinking of. Unfortunately, finding ourselves with a bit of a dead end here. I think we go morning room because we've only taken this once before. Some salted turnip. Lucky rabbit's foot. Not great, not terrible. Take the secret garden key. Make sure we use that. So we got fruit spread throughout the house. I don't know what I'm missing with that door. Okay. If we can get a great hall, we can get access to the top right corner, which would be nice. We do have a pool hall, so we should see it. Man, I wish I knew any sort of hint for this. But nothing's coming up. Sorry, I am just going through my stuff again. I think there's nothing I have here that'll help us with this, which is unfortunate. I don't know what this would accomplish if it is a secret room, but it's gotta be. It feels like almost every room has like at least... I shouldn't say that, but I'm suggesting the idea that every room has at least 2 secrets, but I don't know if that's necessarily the truth. Oh, there's banana. Don't mind if I do. I mean, I guess that's from the secret garden, probably. We would love a great hall right here, right now. Just go observatory instead. If we find the broken lever, we can open it up through the greenhouse. Everything is 50% off. See flyer for detail. Commissary, kitchen, locksmith, and bookshop. I mean, that sounded pretty good to me. There's the Great Hall. It's not ideal, but we need it, so... Thank you. We don't need it, but this gives us access to 2 more rooms now, assuming we can get to the top left. And if we can find the broken lever, then we can even... go beyond Super Saiyan level 3. I don't know what I'm saying. Give me that. I always forget the lunchbox triggers it. I guess it is a metal item. Alright. All of a sudden we have over 100 steps again, which is nice. Another key on the floor. Don't mind if I do. Let's go this way first. These are all dead ends, one way or another, so we take Solarium. You know, once again, I've not been paying attention to the chess pieces, but... alas. Gymnasium here, I think. We don't have conference room. I think we take office. Because it has highest potential, and also we need to log in. And hey, we got car keys in here. Which means we can go back to the garage. Make use of that. And then maybe we can mess around with this safe again. We don't have service quarters or maid chamber right now. Log in to network. So we've seen these letters before. This was the only mail we could see. I want to order a magnifying glass because once again, I'm missing one piece of the puzzle, as per usual. I don't think we're gonna find one this run at this point, but maybe. Remote terminal access, view. What do you mean laboratory? Oh, you can connect to one offline each day. Okay. Connect. Because, yeah, I don't care about the shelter. I guess security is a decent terminal. A letter will be delivered, gain 1 star, add 3 aquariums. Each time you unlock or bypass security door, each time you draft a bedroom after your second, each time you find trash while digging. Let's cancel for a sec. Once again, I have to consult the map, but they don't let me do it when we're in the PC. Is it for each bedroom after your second that we draft? In which case, we already have 3, 4. Dirt is interesting, but I don't know how much dirt we have left. We've kind of already been digging everything up. We got the shovel before we even found any green rooms, so yeah. That doesn't seem the most ideal. Oh, we have to log in again. God damn it. This is annoying. At least it logged in faster that time. It'd be cool if you can log into this from the grotto. I would definitely pay the 3 or 4 steps it takes to do this immediately. For each bedroom you draft after your second, a letter will be delivered. Sounds insane. If we can get a couple, even one or two more bedrooms, it would go really good. We'll see. We need big doors coming up to make anything happen. I want to consult this safe again because this safe in particular is the one we were talking about. The idea is the first safe we saw was Christmas. The second safe we saw with the red letter was a time lock safe. So my buddy brought up the idea that these are all dates and March is included. So if that is the case, would it start with 03 or would it end with 03? March of the Count. We see a lot of like little tiny busts. We see a big bust of Sinclair here. The only other place we've seen these busts was in the foyer. In fact, I can even pull this guy out. I don't know where. It must have been in the main page, yeah. So this guy is the Mishima knockoff. Count Isaac Gates. March of the Count. I like the idea that March is right, but I don't know of the count means. We have, what's this lady's name? Jari Yena, Baron Sinclair. This is the other Baron. This is Edwin Sinclair. This is great-grandfather Thomas Sinclair. This is Mishima again, Isaac Gates. Lord William Epson, is he in here? He's not. There's Sinclair again. Count? March of the Count. I just don't understand why some are red, but I guess maybe the idea is red is bad, red is a false hint. March of the Count. March is 3, like 03. The only two big busts are Count Isaac Gates and Baron Herbert Sinclair. Of the small busts, there are 3 of the Count Isaac Gates, 2 of Edwin Sinclair, for whatever reason, 1 of great-grandfather Thomas, although I think Edwin might be a great-grandfather too, and then Ja'ari Yena here. Oh, yo, is this a queen room? I guess this is a queen room, right? No, this is the king room. That's the king, right? I always forget which is which. Apologies, I'm a dummy. King, chess, piece. Okay, you know, that's the king. Because it has the cross on top of it. Okay. I think observatory is knight, chapel is bishop. I don't know if we have any rooks. We have a lot of steps, so like I guess I'll go through my own time again towards the end of the video. Let's see how this goes. The video's already getting a little long. March of the Count. I was gonna say Count of the Gates. Is there any other hints in the room? Because the one thing that my buddy said after he solved the puzzle, because he didn't want us to just know, he said you don't need anything outside of the room for any of the safes. And that goes in theory, except for I guess the time lock safe, where you need to have some sort of prior knowledge as to the date. The boudoir safe, you don't need that. It's just in there. March of the Count. If it was if it was March of the Counts, I would be in there. I mean, we did count them. We counted the counts. 03, 04. There's 4 counts. Do we just count the small ones? I don't know why we just count the small ones. There's 3 Count Isaac Gates. No one else is a count in this room. Are you kidding me? This doesn't seem real. What? March of the Count. I almost asked my buddy to be like, can you confirm 03 is in the message? And he would have probably had a good laugh at that. But because he was so adamant about dates earlier in the conversation, and then when I woke up, he said he solved them, and you don't need information outside of it, 03 just seemed right. And then beyond that, I don't know. I didn't want to go through brute forcing stuff, so I was like, let's just start counting the counts, I guess. This is number 8, turn to its side. Of which we only supposedly find 7 letters, so that's interesting. Let's begin reading, shall we? Who is this from? From Forever Anonymous X. Dear Mr. Sinclair, thank you for promptly answering all our demands, not involving the police, and allowing this unfortunate transaction to transpire as smoothly as one could hope. And while I'm guessing you had hoped you'd never hear from us again once we had given you back the envelopes, we felt that one final red letter of our own was merited given the circumstances. Hopefully you will not be as careless with this missive as you were with the others. Correspondence this incriminating should be kept in safes, not desk drawers. Let's first put your apprehensions aside, as I'm sure another red envelope is the last thing you expect to find on your desk this week. No, we are not making more demands, and no, we do not have copies of the other letters. So are these the people doing the ransom? I guess I'm gonna copy these notes. March 3rd. Oh, snap. You were already more than generous and accommodating, and the least we can do is fulfill our end of the bargain. So why write to you at all? Why incriminate ourselves further if we already have what we want? In a word, principles. After reading your eloquent reply to our initial note, it became apparent to us that there had been a few misunderstandings. The letter is intended to clarify some of these points, and hopefully we will place our schemes in softer light. First, we may have gotten too excited with the colorful language of blackmail, but our goal was never to terrorize. Despite what you may believe you interpreted as thinly veiled threats towards your young nephew, I want to personally assure you that there was never any tangible danger. If we gave any impression that we'd hurt the youngster, it was meant only in the very vague sense of hurting his social prospects. And yes, while we admit that our word choices might have been questionable, enough so that it would be reasonable to accuse us of being intentionally misleading, we hope you believe us when we tell you that was not the calculator employed to elicit payment. However, as payment has been received, there is nothing to be gained by scrutinizing the questionable ethics that were employed in our extortion of those funds. Little defense can be mustered on that score. Additionally, any judgmental tone you may have detected when we discussed the content of your stolen letters was entirely unintended. We want it on record that we do not consider ourselves superior to you and your family in any way, and are in fact entirely sympathetic to the underlying cause that the letters pertain to. And you thought this letter couldn't get more incriminating for us. Again, we feel guilty as sin, and only time will tell if the financial recompense will outweigh our culpability. Even though you will never hear from us again, we hope this parting letter will result in you thinking of us and our dealings, if not favorably, at least sympathetically. Sorry for the inconvenience. Forever Anonymous X. Red letter, the final red letter. What the heck? So someone was blackmailing him. We saw the ransom note. We should pull that up right after I'm done copying this. Where's the ransom note? Should be towards the bottom. Should it not? Where did I put that? In the family. Hello? Where did I put that? Oh, it is. Okay. This secret room is not as secure as you thought. We have your letters, 8 payments, 100 gold, instructions to follow. But this is number 8. How does that make sense? I was wondering if we were being extorted, but now it seems like the Baron was. Well, we are the Baron now, but you know what I mean? Okay. Back to drafting. We need doors and we want bedrooms. We didn't take conference room. What do you mean patio can't face the other way? That's upsetting. Whoa, prism key. If you unlock a door with the prism key, you will always draw floor plans of that same color. Trying to think of, do we go back to the garage? It's quite a ways away. Let's just do this door. Trying to like min-max my best here. I think we go corridor. Drafting studio's pretty tasty. Let's just go drafting studio. The kennel. Each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. What? That seems pretty good. Each time you enter a dormitory after drafting a draft room, gain 10 steps. Let's go kennel for sure. Home to several of Sinclair's hunting companions, it can be assumed these friendly hounds have been anxious to meet their new master. Aww. Kennel for sure. A very detailed paper model of a safe. I forgot about that. I'm glad I just randomly turned around and saw that. Wow. Wait, does that mean... last time we were here, we also did not have a magnifying glass. I think we need to bring a magnifying glass here. Conservatory? We've never seen this room. It's our last gem. The draft's almost over. Oh, we got a rook. Yo, wait, we're close. We're close. We're so close. Do we have a queen room? I don't think we do, though. We're so close to finishing chess. In the conservatory, you'll be able to permanently adjust the rarity and rates that determine how often certain floor plans are drawn. Oh my god. Today you may adjust the rarities of these above. These are all good. Wait, can we do them all? It says floor plans, it doesn't say one. Let's do... workshop for sure. I'm okay with increasing mailroom, but I don't know if we need to. I'm also okay with increasing attic, especially because we've been doing pretty good with our gems, and I think getting them early is actually kind of huge. The problem is we don't want to see this and hallway closet and the other closet, right? The walk-in closet. But I think having it rare... This is a good room. The only problem is it's a dead end. It requires 3 gems. So you don't want to see it common. You can't. I almost feel like we make all these rooms one more common. How good is mailroom? That's the question. Because if we do experiments, we want to see a mailroom if we can do those mail experiments, right? But we don't necessarily need to see it regularly. Oh, hit the mic. Sorry. I think we'd keep this unusual. Because it's dead end. Is my logic. That feels right to me. Drafting locations. West Wing only, garage, West Wing hall, her ladyship's chambers from south-facing doors. I knew it! Other special cases. Conservatory only draftable in a corner. The bookshop only draftable from library. And East Wing only is master bedroom. So her ladyship's chambers and the master bedroom will have to be on the opposite sides. Dude, I hate how many things are on the East Wing. Like, okay, East Wing hall, whatever, but it's like, it's also greenhouse. It's also the secret garden. It's frustrating. But I guess there's also garage and maybe another example of a left side area that I'm missing. I don't know. What do we got here? We could make this another green room. What green rooms are we missing? I don't know if a veranda can be up here. Or a cloister? I don't see why not. We should use this, probably. Let's see. Yeah, cloister's pretty good. In fact, so is courtyard, because it's gems, baby! We can't even take anything else. And this gives us access to the antechamber, which gives us even more rooms to work with. We could have went back to the garage ages ago. It's fine. We have plenty of steps. This can be a dead end. Do have quite a bit of money. Let's just go gift shop. A permanent addition to the shrine. None would dare to open it. What's the shrine? What have I done? At least it's confirming we have to open it before anything happens. This is the time we take the bedroom. Although I guess if we take walk-in closet, we could get a thingy. I want to test how this bedroom works. A letter has been delivered. For each bedroom you draft after your second. Okay, so only one more letter. I thought it would go crazy. And we get a bunch of letters. I don't know why I walked in here. I guess because it's a bedroom. And I have a sleep mask. Yeah, we're probably not getting the magnifying glass. It's always something, man. That's kind of annoying. You're trying to piece everything together. If we can get vault, that'd be pretty cool. But at the same time, we're missing gems. What do we check if we check an item? Otherwise, we just take the nursery. The problem is none of these go crazy hard. If we had a crafted item, I would be like, yeah, put that in the coat check. I'd rather have another piece of mail. Not terrible. Not excellent. Okay, I guess we're gonna be looking out for queen's rooms. Maybe I almost want to like Google it. I should have been making a list. Checking it twice. We have so many steps. I'm looking for chess pieces now. Do you got a chess piece in here? It's looking like no. With over 100 steps, we're definitely going to take our time here. Okay, so I'm just going to write this down just so we can have a list. Rook. And then what did I say? This is like A9. Yeah, A9. It's really none in here. Oh, there's a pawn in here. Man, I wish we had a magnifying glass. It's funny that the months are still named the same. Also, you think that calendar is going to change over when we go to the next month? Also, do you think Christmas is a thing in this game? They've acknowledged it as a thing. Does that mean Jesus Christ is a thing in Fenaries? Maybe I'm thinking too hard about it. Or maybe I'm thinking not hard enough. So this is the king room. The office. Which is B5. My buddy was right in that he said it's a common room, so I will see it again. I don't know if these green rooms even have chess pieces. It sort of seems like they don't. Yeah, I'm seeing no reason to be out here, basically. Which is unfortunate, because I would love to solve whatever's going on out there. What is the observatory? Is that a night? It is, okay. So night. I think we're still missing a queen, unfortunately. Is C8. Actually, wait, I'm curious. If we go into the basement. Actually, since we are going to the basement, let's go to the sanctum rooms again. I can waste a few minutes there, now that we have the opportunity to do so. I was mostly checking to see if there's a chess piece down here, because I know that the drawings were down here. But it's seeming like no. What's nice about having this basement set up is you can kind of just take this path now. Trying to think of the benefit of having the tomb or the minecart pushed out of the way of the tomb. The doors are closed again. Okay, I was gonna say. Is there a way to change the number of rays that I'm missing? That's the outer. This changes the rays as well. I haven't been paying attention to that. And that changes the designs of the rays. Okay. Let's get back to what we were doing then, some of this nonsense. Unfortunately, my buddy did confirm that the two countries I chose are some of the more difficult. What do we know about Morjai? Nothing really. And this is not Morjai, this is Nuance. Nothing really. I want to say because they do air travel, it means it's calm weather, okay? Which means, let me go back to the book, the recent book. They do aviation, which is this is the right number of rays. We want to suggest maybe they have calm weather. That's windy. If it's not calm, it's windy for sure. Oh, that was green. Dang it. I instinctively was like, okay, we gotta change the color now. One more. That's green. Green sun rays that are calm weather. And then we don't know what type of society it is. I don't think it's Marshall. We didn't test Metropolis. Oh my god, this pisses me off. I'm trying so hard to press the button. Maybe I should be using a controller for this because it seems like, yeah, this is much more reliable. Okay, what are we doing here? We need to put this to be sun rays again. It's horseback. That's trains. Sun rays. We need it to be either calm or windy weather. Let's just do windy first and we'll cycle through it. Go to green again. Okay, this is academic. This is industrial. Spiritual. Poetic. Tribal. Agricultural. Martial. We did it. 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 Morajai box, collector's copy, the Nuance variation. Puzzle boxes became just as popular in the air hangars of Nuance as they were in the ports of Morajai. The green tiles were introduced with an ability that allowed them to instantly jump across the board, representing the ease with which air travel conveys its cargo. When green tiles are pressed, the tile swaps with the opposite tile on the far side of the box. What are we doing here? I don't know. I think we're missing some rules here. Okay, well at least this is open, and theoretically there's only allowance token in there. Maybe it's more though. What about over here? Just a glimpse of what Nuance looks like. Take a screenshot of that. Put that in the country section. The Royal East Air Hangar via air mail, Mount Holly Estate in care of Mrs. Babbage Reddington, Fen Aries. 60, or sorry, it's probably just a zip code. Herbert, by far my favorite realm I've visited during this trip, but I've always had a penchant for technology and less moved by the beauty of nature than others. Although he said the opposite of that in his letter, whatever, his final letter at his grave. The soot-filled streets and soaring skyscrapers here are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Kororika and the beaches of Morajai. Perhaps I'm just letting my childhood love of Dirigiblocks compromise my objectivity. From the shops I've visited, it seems the series is just as popular here as it is back home. Speaking of home, as I look across the Eastern Sea, I can almost see its shores. I never thought I would miss the sight of red flags. I'm looking at a unique piece of their architecture here. Okay.
Neat. Is there more? I feel like there's gotta be, I don't know. Okay, well, we learned about green tiles, but that doesn't really tell us much else. I guess now we go to this door and we try this again. I'm gonna pull out the controller again. Okay. What do we know about Araja? Again, it's like not much is the answer. So this, I don't think we can brute force as easily. We do know it's purple. We can rule out types of transportation, which is what we should be doing. So roads, this is Fen Ares. I'm assuming each of them have their own unique cultures. It might be horseback. Where is this country again? Araja. It's in the south. It might be camelback. If it's not horseback, it's camelback. This is trains, which is Orinda Ares. We've already know this is nuance, flying. This is camels. And we don't know much about the weather itself. I'm assuming it's hot. Did the game just crash? Oh. Okay, no, I just pressed a little fast, I think. I got so concerned. It's either hot or has no notable weather. And this actually is purple, I believe. Let me double check my notes. Because we did this last time. Yeah, that's violet. Tribal, agricultural, martial, metropolitan, academic, industrial. I would not have guessed nuance was martial. So maybe we have to change the weather or the type of travel. That's... is this turtle? Yeah. It's definitely not turtle. And it's definitely not sea travel. I don't think it's roads. It could be horseback. Everything else is right. Purple. Yeah, let's just run through this again. The problem is we're missing a detail. If we had one more detail about Araja, this would actually go so much smoother. But trying to brute force this without it doesn't seem like the play. I think what it is the heat, is the weather. It's not fog. It could be rain, but I'm not sure. I would assume Vera maybe is rain. Do we have a stamp of Vera? I know those are the people who use turtles. I can't recall if it's because we found a stamp or not. We did, but I didn't save the picture. It's an orange country, or at least has orange there on the stamp. It's in the mailroom. Not stormy. This is heat. Heat horseback. The color's wrong. Tribal, agricultural, martial, metropolitan, academic, industrial, spiritual, poetic. Let's change the weather. No, let's keep the weather. It's It's either calm or heat. And I want to say it's heat. I feel like this is the desert nation. We have to change the rays now to camelback. Change this back to purple. And this is our last attempt. If it doesn't happen here, then we're done. For now, for this. This is definitely a lot easier on my brain than trying to click all those buttons. Well, I'm gonna say we don't know enough about Araja. It's funny, it looks like there's nothing back there at the moment. Also, I'm playing this on controller now, and that feels weird. Well, at the very least, we got one of them, but we didn't get the piece, the allowance. I don't know if we can get this allowance. I don't know what the rule is with the orange. I'm just trying to figure out anything to do with the orange. And it's seeming like there's not much I can. We have to learn what orange does. I think we might have seen orange before, but I kind of brute forced a lot of these, so I wasn't paying attention to the colors too hard. Oh. I guess we should hit this. Okay. I forgot the benefit of the crown. I wonder if we can take the crown to the trading post. That's a question. Trying to remember what was beyond here, and I guess it was that upper path where the other red letter was. I did notice in that other red letter, it was like locked by a gate, and there was it's like a 4-digit passcode, letter passcode, but some of them are letters and some of them are numbers. So if it is a date, such as the other red envelopes, then perhaps it's written as in like March 8th or something, because I think I saw the letter 8 at the end. Is why I'm bringing this up. Okay, what else we got going on here? It's been a while since we were in this run. We could go to the garage and unlock that, but I don't really see the point, I guess. We could also just go... Oh no, we can't go this way. We don't have the broken lever. So, well, let's go do it. We have the steps we could go see. I asked myself earlier, what does the blue crown do? A little bit of a ways. It's good that we figured out how to drive the conservatory. It is interesting because I always go for corners anyway, so... One thing my friend brought up that I didn't realize, she mentioned all the sigils on top of the fireplace. I didn't quite realize, or all the symbols. I didn't see that the first time. Kind of 8 realms in 8 months. Okay, so wait. Did I save that photo? I don't think I did. This is probably, we want to figure out the route he took. It's good to know, I guess. That's where the ransom is. First time you draw a red room after drafting, you may remove it from today's pool. If you do, gain a gem. This is Simon and Clara, I guess. Not much else to this room, I suppose. Okay, what were we doing before we went downstairs? I was looking for chess pieces. And I don't suspect us finding them. Never really noticed this weird thing before. The dinosaur. Alright, let's go back. Probably gonna end this run real soon. But I have to confirm. So we have Bishop in the chapel. Bishop is C4, and then pawn can be any of them. So like, let's just say nursery is D9. And then if we have a queen, then we're done, right? I think so. Problem is, do we have a queen? I don't think we do. I almost want to pull up what the queen rooms are, because I've seen them before, but now I can't recall. At least we know for sure study is king, so... maybe trophy room? Drawing room is pawn. Banana on the scale, that's fun. Was that banana free? Oh, this, the Nook is a rook too. Okay, that's good to know. Give me that green apple. Is there one in this room? I don't think there is. It's looking like no chess piece in here. Bishop is indeed in the chapel. Let's go this way to garage. Pawn in here. Nothing in here. Can we build anything with all of our items? Detector shovel. Did we build this already? This screen is glitching out. It said I just used running shoes there. Oh, it's just an improved shovel. That seems really good. battery and silver key. That would have helped. Can we do anything with the battery? Oh my god. Okay, so wait. Sledgehammer plus battery pack plus broken lever might be what we're missing. What is that going to build? A battery on a hammer? It's going to build like an automatic jackhammer or something? Is that how we break walls? Well, I wish I had a broken lever. We didn't even see it this whole run. There was no puzzle piece or chess piece in there. Don't think we're solving chess today. No. No queen room. What else can we do? I mean, we made this study more interesting for us, a more tempting take, and then maybe we can even solve the office. No, the opposite side. We've made the office more interesting. Maybe we can solve the study next time, since apparently they're all dates. I'm starting to think some of these secret doors, we might need some sort of battery-powered sledgehammer to make that happen. It would explain some things. We did get more mail. We did not see boiler room, classroom, draft room. We did get draft rooming at the end, drafting studio. So that's good. I feel like the drawing room puzzle, where it says the 44 characters and it adds up to be, if we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. I feel like that's the study. But I don't even know where to begin with that. If we count small gates. Oh, wait. 8 dates, crack 8 safes. The small gates! It all makes so much sense now. My buddy is right. He also mentioned, like, once you solve it, it sounds stupid at first, and then it makes more and more sense as you think about it. I'm mad. If we count small gates, 8 dates crack 8 safes. So that's also a hint for The Office, is what we just learned. Is it still a hint for the study? It must be. I don't know. We'll have to check out the study again in future. Is there anything else we can do with this? This shrine was really good. I feel good about this run even if we didn't make anything crazy happen. We're close to a few things. Maybe. Maybe not. I want the bookstore with a lot of money, and we're not finding that very regularly. And we had our sales already, so it's like, ugh. All right, let's call it a day. We want to get experiments earlier. We have to. We have to try to get security as early as possible, and study is also good for that as well, of course. Especially since now study is also a gem. Two new rooms, conservatory. I don't even know what the other new room is. Oh, Mechanarium. Yeah, I think we did good. All things considered, this is a pretty good run. So thanks y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.